Time is running out. Seconds tick by. And every moment you hesitate, millions of dollars, groundbreaking ideas, and game-changing opportunities slip right through your fingers. You know the feeling. The crushing pressure of having to decide, to trust your gut, to see through the noise and the flash, and zero in on what really matters. But how? How do the best angel investors, those who don't just throw money blindly, actually make their call in under 10 minutes? That's the real question. And the brutal truth is, there is no magic. No fancy algorithm or secret handshake. It's raw, it's ruthless, and it's built on something far simpler and more honest than you'd expect. You've been burned before. You've seen founders who glitter at first glance only to crumble the moment growth slows down. You know the panic of sinking cash into a venture that promised rockets but crashed before takeoff. You've felt the exhaustion of endless pitches, the feeling that hundreds of ideas blur into a dull gray wall of noise, and yet the clock is merciless. 10 minutes to make a judgment that could define the future of your portfolio, your reputation, even your identity as an investor who knows what's what. The pressure is suffocating. But here's the secret they won't shout from the rooftops. Your first 10 minutes aren't about numbers or projections. They're about clarity, the ability to pierce through the noise and see the raw human truth underneath. It all starts with a simple but terrifying question. Who is this founder really? Not the polished pitch, not the rehearsed answers, but the real person behind the slides. Angels, those who wield power over futures, know you can't fake fire. You can't manufacture grit or passion. When you sit across from a founder, your eyes aren't just watching their mouth move. They're searching for courage, resilience, and that relentless hunger to fight through every storm. In 10 minutes, your gut screams at you if it senses fear, laziness, or arrogance disguised as confidence. The founder's story is their soul laid bare in under 600 seconds. And you better catch every twitch, every hesitation, every spark. 10 minutes to decide means your instincts must be sharper than ever. Forget the endless spreadsheets for a moment. You already know the numbers lie. They're optimized, polished, sanitized. You're not betting on a spreadsheet. You're betting on a person who can bend reality, shatter limits, and create what no one else dares to imagine. This is not about ordinary risk management. It's about vision and resolve. The founders you back are not those who want a handout or a shortcut. They are the rebels, the ones who laugh at comfort, who burn with a fire that won't be doused by failure or cynicism. In those 10 minutes, this fire can be felt, almost seen. It screams louder than any business model. Now, here's another truth that might shock you. Your biggest edge is not your money, your contacts, or your experience. It's your filter. Your ruthless ability to cut through the 100 yeah buts and see only what matters. Potential and alignment. You have to be a cruel editor. Know what to cut, know what to ignore, know exactly what needs to be tested, and what's pure noise. You hold the power to elevate or erase. This is why every minute counts. You can't afford to waste even one on platitudes or distractions. In that lightning-fast judgment, you're not just investing dollars, you're choosing who gets to rewrite what's next for all of us. Don't be fooled by shiny presentations or slick rehearsals. Your role is to get beyond surface-level charm to something infinitely harder to fake: authenticity. Real entrepreneurs don't just talk about success. They sweat over failures, face inner demons, and come out more dangerous because of them. They don't beg for easy wins. They hunger for the long fight no one else can see coming. In 10 minutes, watch not just what they say, but how they say it. The heartbeat behind the words, the sharpness of their questions, the fire in their eyes when they admit a harsh truth. That's the grain of gold buried in the gravel. Deciding in 10 minutes is also about context, how this opportunity fits into your greater vision. As an angel investor, you're not just a banker, you're a liberator of the boldest ideas, a midwife for imagination itself. Your portfolio isn't a spreadsheet, it's a battleground where power shifts from the cage of status quo into hands that will unleash transformation. Quickly assess if this founding team, this vision, this battle cry is pushing beyond conformity, embracing risk because comfort is death. Are they ready to dismantle the old so new worlds can rise? Because if not, Your 10 minutes are better spent elsewhere. This is your mission, to elevate those who refuse to be small. The best angels know that speed doesn't mean rushing. It means discipline and brutal honesty. They practice what most miss. No ego, no second-guessing the gut. It's a cold clarity born from countless burned bridges and broken dreams. They've learned to trust intuition sharpened by experience, yes, but also to question that intuition fiercely. Every 10 minutes is a test, not just of the founder but of yourself. Are you ready to see ugly truths and embrace them? To reject comfort and chase disruption? To say no when everyone else says yes, and vice versa? This is how you win, not by playing it safe, but by being radically selective. Here's a pro tip that too few insiders share. Lean into the founder's why with relentless focus. Not the canned mission statement, but their deep gut reason for fighting every night. That's the flame that fuels late nights, brutal pivots, and sweat-soaked failures. When that why is clear and unbreakable, the odds swing exponentially in your favor. When it's weak or money-driven only, stay cold. Look for the people who carry their vision as if it were oxygen. That's the signal noise can never drown out in 10 minutes. Another game-changing insight. Your decision in 10 minutes should be layered with readiness to engage, not just fund. Angel investing is not a passive game. Your rapid call signals the opening of a door, one that leads to mentorship, sweat, and battle-tested evolution. Founders who know you're ready to stand in the trenches with them, not just write checks, will burn brighter and push harder. Your quick, confident yes says, "We're in this fight together." That bond, forged fast, becomes a multiplying force behind every milestone. But what about the fear of missing out? The dread that maybe, just maybe, you said no too soon? That's the silent killer of decisiveness. Accept this bitter truth. No one catches every unicorn. The market is a brutal arena, full of ghosts of opportunities you let slip. Yet the real power is in acting fast, not perfect. Each 10-minute decision is a brick in building your unique legacy, full of bold moves, calculated gut calls, and a relentless commitment to the next rebel who shatters assumptions. So, how to actually practice this decisive instinct? Start by tuning out the noise. Ditch everything that does not make your heart beat faster, that does not set your mind racing with possibility. Trust that quick instinct honed by experience to ask the hard questions. What keeps this founder awake at 3 a.m.? How do they pivot when the world smacks them down? What terrifying truth did they embrace and turned into power? Your 10-minute filter isn't just a judgment, it's a radar for exceptional risk and unyielding will to carve a new path. But here's the catch. It's personal. Angel investing is as much about why you choose as what you choose. It's about those rare moments in 10 minutes when you feel a spark piercing through your own fears, doubts, and limitations. This is not just business. It's a rebellion against the safe and mediocre. It's a chance to step beyond every cage the world built around you, to rewrite what freedom means, and to emblazon your mark on a future built by the exceptional few, the ones who don't obey but create. Remember, the world tells you every day that freedom is about following rules, about staying comfortable. It's a lie. Real freedom is fighting through discomfort, saying no to obedience and yes to rare vision. In seconds, you decide if a founder embodies this insurgency, not with words, but with fire. And when you catch that fire burning bright within 10 minutes, you don't hesitate. You move fast, you move hard, you move beyond fear. Because the future belongs to those who burn first and burn fiercest. If you take this brutal, raw, honest approach, your 10-minute decision becomes not just a judgment, but a declaration. It says, I am not here to play it safe. I am here to unleash the uncommon, to free those who carry the blaze of transformation. Every second of that short window is an opportunity to rewrite the rules, to reject the ordinary, and to build a portfolio charged with potential, with power, with purpose. Time is scarce. Decisions must be sharp. Your 10 minutes are sacred. Waste no breath on doubt. Burn with clear focus. Seek the faces that reflect your own refusal to be caged. Seek those whose fire matches your own. In that raw, unfiltered moment, you find the rare gem, the founder who won't just survive this brutal system, but transcend it, reshape it, and set the new standard for what's possible. The real question is, will you see it? Will you decide fast enough to be the first to fuel that fire? Because angels don't wait for change, they make it happen, decisively, fiercely, and in 10 minutes flat.